Hello, I'm Chuck Gold, and welcome to the Delaware Valley Original Music Showcase. Tonight, we continue our mission of helping support original music in the Delaware Valley with our three-step process. Listen, experience, and pass on original music in the Delaware Valley. But we need your help to get the word out. So let's get started. Tonight's artist is originally from Napoli, Italy, but calls Philadelphia her home. She's been on the show twice before and has introduced new music each time. And that streak continues, and she's playing some stuff from the past. Here is Valentina Janie on the Delaware Valley Original Music Showcase. So now we got a taste of her music. How about finding out more in the interview?
I have good days and bad days, just like everyone. I am very grateful for my health. I have coping skills and coping mechanisms are definitely different, but I am grateful for two things, and that's something that I tell everyone: yoga and art. Yoga is the most important thing for your body and your mind. Art helps you so many different ways, whether you make it, whether you just listen to music or look at a painting, or it helps us feel a lot of things. And I think that as hard as this is, because this is collective trauma, but in some ways I feel like there's a way that we can also heal ourselves in this time. So I say, if you can and you have the tools, like, dig to your emotions, because that's the only way. The only way across is through. Because we have this luxury right now that we have our health, and some of us have the fortune to be collecting unemployment, and it's really difficult because it is a traumatic experience that we're living, and nothing is what we used to know, like the way we used to know it. But I think that if we do have the strength, it's a perfect time to work on ourselves and see what our triggers are, and why we constantly need to be in contact with other people or surrounded by other people. I am perfectly fine being alone and creating music. But of course, I miss my friends, I miss my family. I'm not gonna lie to you, I miss my life, but I'm trying to make the most out of what I have.
Concrete broke, I saw the cracks. Oh, the grass is seeping through the saddle cracks. As my true nature manifests in this ungodly silence, as I smoke my second to last cigarette. And I say it, I stumble upon imaginary steps, 'cause I got nowhere left to glance at but the shadows in my head. We're all alone, yeah, less alone, with pockets full of time.
There's a single coming out, so I just released Road More, which is I produced the whole song. I played all the instruments, I recorded, I did pretty much everything. The song came out March 6th, and the plan was to release an 8-track album, which I put on hold for now because even though I'm doing everything myself, but I was paying people to mix and master my tracks, because if there's one thing that's really important to me is the quality of the sound of my songs. So I like creative control when it comes to the production, so I like to do it myself. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's really hard because Pro Tools and all that, but I like to pass on my songs to other people because it becomes really stressful to work 100% on this product. So now, because I'm not working, I stopped that, and so I'm focusing on releasing a 4-track EP, which is all acoustic, which is easier for me to mix and master and all that. So this song that I'm working on, I'm actually pretty much done. I say actually because I said that 2 days ago, and I listen. I'm just learning to mix. So that's really hard, especially if you do it with your own music, because it's like you're nitpicking. Already you're nitpicking. But then when you're recording and listening over and over, you're like, you get to the point where you're like, okay, this song sucks, bye. It doesn't, but it's just like what happens when you have anxiety. You just go over and over and over, but you're forced to because you have to. That's part of the process.
We're hungry and we're thirsty and we're time for a dime, but I can't just sit down, 'cause I will drop my crown and I'm about to lose my last cigarette.
So the song that I'm pretty much done with and it's about to be released is called Isolation Blues. And then this EP would also have 3 other songs, 2 of which are pretty old songs. I think you've actually probably recorded Let Go out of those before, so that would be part of it. It was a project that I had in mind already because there's a few songs that I wrote that didn't find their place on this album that I was working on, and so I decided to like set them aside and work on this acoustic thing. But then the quarantine arrived, and so I was like, okay, well, this project was. I wrote Isolation Blues like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, just for this. Like this, it was. I was inspired. Say inspired. Being stuck at home, it's not inspired. It may not seem inspiring, but it definitely created a chain reaction and made me write this song. So I took advantage of the fact that I wrote a new song, and I was like, okay, well then I'm gonna give myself a kick in the butt and release this 4-song EP. So that's the plan for now, is to release Isolation Blues and release 3 more acoustic songs, and hopefully get back to working on the album when the quarantine is over and when we all get back to work, which we don't know when that is.
Just let me out in my own head.
So the song is actually, it's blues. It's like the most bluesiest blues song I've ever written. So much that even my bass player, when I sent him the song, Pat, he was like, wow, this is really blues. I was like, yep. I don't think I've ever experienced like the concept of like the blues of, I don't know. I think this was the first time in my life, as bad as I may have felt, as many times as I may have said I had the blues, like this situation literally called for a blues song. So it's an acoustic track with vocals, and there's also some percussions that I actually invented as I was home, because I was gonna buy some percussions, but then I was like, no, it's not the right time to make this investment. So there is a medicine bottle involved in the equation. So I'm just gonna tell you that. As far as my production secrets, it's a huge secret. No, some people they know, people know. But then yeah, there's also a lead guitar track that I also recorded on my Stratocaster. So it's a pretty simple song, but it sends a message of like just being by yourself and dealing with the thoughts that arise. And the hook says, let me out of my own head, because at this point it's not even being stuck in the house, but being stuck inside your head, because there's nowhere else to turn to. So it's hard, but it's something. I think it's a test for me. So I want to speak for myself. This thing, and deal with it and make the best out of it. So
Just let me out in my own head. The clouds have cracked, I see the sky.
the thing that I came up with was the melody of the song, and then I just started playing a bunch of chords, and usually they kind of come together. But I had this little melody, the beginning of the melody of the verse, and so I was like, I should probably do this and like sit here and see what else comes out. And the song came out like so naturally, and the lyrics were written within like a day, because I feel like it was just so fresh and so easy for me to express what I was feeling, because it was the constant throughout the days that I wrote the song. Like it's consistent every day, sometimes more, sometimes less, but it's like it's a reality that I had to face like on the daily. And so I think it was just really easy for me to write the lyrics and to write the song. It's a very easy blues. It's a basic blues, but I think it's a song that a lot of people can see themselves in.
Oh, the sky looks right back straight into my eyes.
And I feel like people need introspection and closeness now more than ever. As much as I love to scream in a microphone and play lead guitar, I felt like right now people need to know that it's okay. And need to know that everyone is feeling that. So I think that it was also a way for me to like reach out and also let people in to my head, because there's songs that one is about, two songs are about a breakup, one is about me suffering from depression, and one is about this quarantine. So there's the feelings are not like the most positive feelings, but there are positive feelings in there too. You know, I feel like even being able to endure certain things is just a positive experience in a way. I don't see regret. I see just experiences that can teach me something. So I'm sure that I will come out of this a hell of a lot stronger, just like I came out of those situations and still struggle with them. And I know that I can endure a lot of stuff.
As blue as all the bruises, I got time to reminisce.
My sound, I would say, is very, very. I like I like to say it's raw because it is raw. I don't like to. I use pedals, you know, like the old stomp boxes. I don't use a lot of, plugins on the computer. I like Fender guitars. I play a Telecaster, so there is the blues sound. There is the people have said that I am an old soul because my guitar playing and my blues rock reminds them of like 50s, 50s and 60s pioneers of rock. I've been told like my voice sounds like Chrissy Hines, which I'm taking like a huge compliment. So yeah, for the most part, I dip into the blues and the rock. There's some folk and there's some pop in there too, but yeah, I would say it's mostly blues rock.
As deep as all the puddles while I cry myself to sleep. I say I stumble upon imaginary steps. I got nowhere left to turn to but the dead ends in my head. We're all alone, yeah, that's alone. A stack of rusty dimes to buy a jar of pickles to just toss them and drink the brine. But I can't just sit down, 'cause I will drop my crown and I might just lose my last cigarette. Just set me out of my own air. 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 The concrete broke, I saw the grass. Oh, the grass is sipping through the saddle cracks. As my true nature manifests in this ungodly silence. Where's my cigarette?
I want to thank Valentina Janie for talking with us about her music. And now it's time for more music here on the Delaware Valley Original Music Showcase.
It's way so loud here. I wanna scream. I wanna run just as fast as a time machine. From me again, come here for me. I wanna look just as excited as one can be. But when I open a door, I wanna knock them out. I wanna tie them down and scream while living in hell. Enough's enough. Friends are laughing, you know we care. You say when all sleep and scream while living in town. That's enough. I live in a place that I just don't know. Nobody wants me, I'm here all alone. Soul in my skin bears and wings on my soul. Never stop hurting no matter how far I go. Let me go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't even know my name, but I'm at. I don't feel good no more, no do I for day.
Well, we have time for one more song. But before we do that, do you know an artist or a musician or a band that wants to be on the show? All they have to do is contact us at the Delaware Valley Original Music Showcase Facebook page and message us. And remember, listen, experience, and pass on original music in the Delaware Valley. Here, one more time, is Valentina Janie on the Delaware Valley Original Music Showcase.
Another day, another prayer, another say goodbye, another tear give away. Why won't you ever let me go? Oh, why won't you always say I'm wrong? Oh, 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 oh. Nothing to take the blame, nothing to drive you insane, nothing to beg you to stay. Another drunken night, another piece is rolled away, another million lies, and I don't know what else to say. Why won't you live and never turn? 'Cause I'm not that strong to let you go. Oh, 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 oh. lonely night, another day, brand new man, another hour of change. No, not me, not today. Concrete broke, I saw the cracks. Oh, the grass is seeping through the side of cracks. As my true nature manifests in this ungodly silence, as I smoke my second to last cigarette. Oh, that's it, I stumble upon imaginary steps, 'cause I got nowhere left to glance at but